Hello there, everybody! Thanks for joining us for a little bit more Trails in the Sky, the second chapter. And when I say a little bit, I'm pretty sure... Are we even halfway done with the game? I got this funny feeling that we're not. Good heavens. Yes. Welcome. Last time, we returned to the capital with our new buddy, Ren, in tow. The, lost child that we were hunting around for in Herb Royal Villa last time, and we convened back at the Bracer Guild. We couldn't figure out about Ren's parents, although we eventually got the names of the parents. The names I don't remember, sadly, so I can't tell you who they were, but like we got a couple names finally on who to look for. But more importantly, a series of threat letters have been coming out just before the signing of the Non-Aggression Pact. So we have split up to investigate these certain places in the city to like figure out like any clues regarding these threat letters. We got a bunch of places we're going to drop by. We tried to go to the news last time, but the game actually was like, come back here last, okay? So now we're going to Grancel Castle. We're also going to be dropping by the two embassies. On the way, we will also be asking around about Ren's parents, because these might be the kind of stops that a bunch of tourists might drop by. So, you know, it's a decent chance. Shara has actually gone on her own to investigate a couple of spots, which means for the first time in a very long while, Shara is not in the party. And neither is Tida, because she is keeping Ren company, being the closest in age. So they're at the store, shopping for stuffed animals. Lovely. Now, of course, I have to also mention that we unlocked a new side mission, and this one actually, I guess you could say the word broke me. I was kind of like checked out last time trying to figure this one out. So, Bloblanc has stolen something again, the photo of the Arsail from the museum, and he's given us another scavenger hunt, and I gave it a decent effort. We're supposed to find the residence of the aged general and onlooker of time, and I found a clock, but it was outside, so actually no shock that it wasn't the clock we're looking for. Now, I'm not sure what residence of the aged general could refer to. I mean, General Morgan is the only general we know, so I'm like, do we need to go to Leiston Fortress, or like, is he here in Grancel somewhere? I searched around Grancel for a bit for like what I thought might be the obvious spots to like hide something, but like I got nothing. So I'm still gonna see, like, once we can leave Grancel, I'm gonna go see if the scenic route might have something related to this, you know? Like, I can't remember what the landmarks were on the far end of the scenic route. Not the obelisks meant for the 4 towers, that's a different thing, but like all the way out there might be something. If not, then, I don't know, we'll figure it out. Also, I guess we can also search around this castle if the game will let us. We'll see how it goes. But I'm just gonna straight up admit right now, like, if the castle's a bust regarding that side quest, if the lakeside, not lakeside, there's like a pond side, what the heck, there's like some kind of pond you could sit at that scenic route. If that's a bust as well, I might actually do something I haven't done before. I think I will just look up where to go, because I just, like, I hate to be such a negative energy guy, but a week later I'm still like, man, this is unappealing to do this giant scavenger hunt in Grancel after a lot of those. I might just, like, this one just admit that I'm not strong enough to, like, do this one and just, like, look up the answer. But we'll focus on the main quest for a bit here. That should be good vibes, so we'll see how we feel by the end of that. Okay, everybody? Good. So, okay, time to nose around the castle a bit. So, obviously we should talk to Queen Alicia, both to ask about the letter and just say hi, but... let's see... who else? Julia's gone, right? Yes, she's currently at Leiston Fortress, overseeing the refitting of the Arsail.
Well, that's gonna make things a bit harder on us. She probably could have given us a lot of help with this mess. Who else could we confer with, I wonder?
With Julia absent, I think our best bet is Hilda, at least concerning Ren's parents.
Hilda was... I can't remember if her name was Hilda, but the only other character with a portrait that I remember from the castle was the head maid. Was the kind of stately lady. So I'm just gonna guess that's who we're talking about, just by virtue of there aren't any other portrait characters in the castle, I think. Maybe, we'll see.
If the Hayworths have ever visited the castle, she would know.
The Hayworths, that was Ren's family. Ren Hayworth, got it. Yeah, Hilda kind of seems to have some sort of castle sense about these things. So, where would we find them, you think?
Grandmother should be in her chambers at this hour. And Hilda... If she isn't in the maid's room, they can tell us where she is at least.
Good idea. Maid's room and the Queen's chambers. Off we go. Oh boy, but should I have a big giant hunt around for the general's residence? Could it be here in the castle? I don't know. I just remember this castle being very large even in itself. Not just Grancel itself, but the castle alone is very huge, obviously. We'll see. At the moment, Captain Schwartz of the Royal Guard is away. Welcome to Grancel Castle. Thank you. Very kind of you.
Oh, the maid quarters? Go straight ahead for a while and you'll see a big entrance. The door to the right of that is the entrance to the maid quarters.
Cool. What if I go this way? Ach! I imagine my wife's enjoying non-stop fishing by now. At this rate, not only am I going to be worthless as a man, but my position as her husband will be in danger. All right. If I just train in secret, I'm sure I can catch up to my wife. I have no idea what's going on with that story. What? We're still cleaning up after the coup d'etat. Right now I'm investigating the intelligence division's budgets and their real expenses. From the looks of it, there are signs the budget was manipulated. Where could this money have gone to? To the coffers of Ouroboros, I guess. Because they were the ultimate schemers, right? My duties are slowly normalizing, but I'm still quite busy. As ever, there are still many inquiries from the citizenry about the coup d'etat. I'm in charge of various kinds of reparations, but there's just a mountain of problems to get through. Okay. Well, nothing that looks like an onlooker of time in here. Yes, I still am on about that. Might as well now give that a little bit of thought. Okay, well, at least these side rooms weren't that huge. They're just a couple of big old rooms with a couple of people. To think that the already state-of-the-art Arsail can go even further. I wonder what kind of ship it'll become. Wow, I missed that about this refurbishing of the Arsail. Super Saiyan level 3 Arsail? Hold on. I'm afraid Captain Schwartz isn't here right now. She is currently stationed at Leiston Fortress for the changing of the Arsail's engine. Okay. What is over here? This was this... Yeah. This, big old storage chamber. If I remember correctly, wasn't the door this... The door is tightly closed. Yeah, this door, I think, led to the final dungeon in the first chapter, right? That's the way to... the sealed area, or was it just called the sealed area? That big old Magitech dungeon where we dicked around for a good while. The kitchen! Once we closed that door leading into the sewers, we finally stopped getting so many rats in our storehouse. Really, the nerve they had to chew on food that people put so much effort to bring in. Nasty, nasty little creatures. Very good. Where's this go? Wow, I am a little bit lost, actually. I thought this was supposed to be a simple layout.
Why, Your Highness Claudia, I see you are most well today. May I ask what brings you to my humble kitchen?
Oh, no extra dialogue? That's too bad. Can we steal this omelet? Look at this beautiful omelet here. No? Okay. Actually, that's just a... Is it an omelet when it's just like this kind of fried egg? These are omelets, right? They got the ketchup stain on them and everything. Wow. Oh boy, I'm getting actually hungry in this kitchen. Let's back up.
The head cook is incredible. It's crazy how many recipes that guy knows. Maybe I could get him to teach me a few.
Ah! Oh, ooh, cool. Huh. And I guess this door, or there's a door here that probably leads... Oh! Oh no. Oh wow, okay. Is there another side... There isn't. What's that little side door then, I wonder? Huh. Oh, there's someone here. Ooh.
What is it? I'm very sorry, but I'm busy cleaning here.
Very good. Might this be the maid's room? I was gonna say mage's room. Huh. Well, for all I know, these maids are all highly trained in magic. I don't know. Seems like a kind of trope this kind of story might have.
Miss Estelle? And Miss Claudia? Mr. Zinn, too? Pardon me, it's been quite some time.
It sure has.
Ooh, I'm vaguely remembering that there was some maid we interacted with who was not the head maid, Lady Hilda, but actually I'm blanking a little bit here. Yeah, reminds me of when you lent me your maid uniform, Shia. That's right, because we had to like sneak past the all the intelligence division guys by pretending to be maids in order to get to the queen, because she was kinda in house arrest. Yeah, now I'm remembering. That's when she was involved.
Oh, Estelle a maid.
Yeah, it was to meet with the queen. Oh, and Joshua had to wear one too. Shea did her magic on his face with her makeup. She was all pumped up to do it.
Oh my. Thank you very much.
Joshua, who once played the role of Princess Cecilia so perfectly, also portrayed a maidservant? Oh, noble endeavors both. I'm sure it must have been quite beauteous to behold. I regret all the more I could not attend the Duke's banquet.
Oh, right, Shia. Do you know where Hilda is? I believe Mistress Hilda is in the library. As I recall, she said she had something to look up.
The library. Got it. Huh, okay. Yeah, this was the maid quarters, isn't it? The instructions from that maid out front were weird. It made it sound like we were supposed to go through here and we'd find the maid quarters, but alright. Well, that's first floor of the castle done. Very good, but unfortunately, I seem to recall that these wings to the side are frickin' huge. Actually, I'm gonna check in here. I think this throne room actually is a dead end, so this one... Yeah, I'm remembering now, yeah. There's a path to, like, the roof, and the roof has, like, that separate garden... Not garden, like penthouse, and that's where the queen is, so... There was no queen here in the throne room, except, I guess, when there's an audience going on.
It's such a relief that the Duke's staying over in the villa. After all, the Duke was always staring at people with those lecherous, dirty eyes. I
guess he was kind of like that. Yeah, but I think there's a staircase, might be on both wings here, that goes upstairs. And that's where you get to the queen. Yeah. Now, one of these rooms, since these are residential rooms, might as well quickly check that one of these isn't the room of the old general. Interesting, I don't know if I commented this back in first chapter, but fascinating like pastel purple color scheme going on in this castle. Purple, famously, color of the royalty, because in Middle Ages, a purple dye was insanely difficult to make. Like, it was super hard to come by, so only the mega rich and the super nobility could afford purple colors. So yes, kind of leaning on that. I don't know how in this fantasy world, especially with like more kind of steampunky tech, how hard purple dyes are necessarily, but the vibe is still here, obviously, because of the real world connotations.
Well, time to start cleaning the guest rooms. Once I'm done with the guest rooms, it's off to help tidy the library.
Ekle. Got it. I guess if these are guest rooms, there's not necessarily anyone that's appointed to the general, so this might be kind of a wash to hunt around here. I checked that side, yep. Oh, hey, I think that's her. This kind of looks like... Yeah, this looks like a library. This looks like a secret door. And I think that's Hilda over there. So that's one off the bucket list for this castle, you know. But, you know, gotta keep an eye out both for, just in case there's a Bleu Blanc clue here, and also to, you know, get to the queen. So we're not done yet.
A castle blueprint, the 7 treasures, the full details of the 100 Days of War. I was asked by Her Highness to compose a list of the books removed by the Intelligence Division. I wonder what they were investigating. A curious selection.
Yeah, well, give me that list one more time. Hard to pin together what they're working. Maybe just relating to the sealed area, or something more nefarious? I don't know.
Princess Claudia. And Mrs. Stell, too. Hello, Hilda. I'm sorry if I startled you, but I just got back.
Hi, Hilda. Sorry I've been out of touch.
It's quite all right. I'm glad to see you well. I understand the princess has been assisting you, Estelle. I'm very glad to see the two of you home safe.
Ah, Hilda.
You're embarrassing Estelle, Hilda. Speaking of helping Estelle, though, I returned partially to inquire about something the guild is investigating. Could we ask you a few questions, Hilda?
If I can be of assistance, ask me anything. I think there may be a few too many onlookers to speak here, however. Let us borrow a guest room.
Yes, I see.
You're attending to the investigation of that letter we received, then. I take it you want to know if I have any idea who the sender might be. That's it exactly. We're investigating all the locations that received letters to see if we can ferret out some clues.
Well, firstly, thank you for your efforts. Just receiving that letter was unsettling. I'm afraid I can be of little aid in naming suspects, however. The only thing I can say with confidence is that it is not the work of anyone in this castle.
Yeah, we kind of figured that one.
Who was the letter here addressed to, out of curiosity?
No less a person than Her Majesty herself. I check all letters addressed to the Queen, so I know the contents of the letter. Believe me, if I could lay hands on the rude fool who wrote that...
Pardon me. I was wondering, were there any other suspicious letters delivered to the castle recently? Ones critical of royal decisions, for example.
Ah, well...
Hilda, please, help us for my sake, if no one else's. We need as much information as we can in order to make a judgment.
Oh, very well. There have been several letters delivered with no indication as to their senders. They were not particularly critical of royal decisions, per se. They were largely petitions to reduce or annul Colonel Richard's sentence. Oh, that might be entirely unrelated to this case, because remember the opening of this chapter? We saw Captain Amalthea sneaking around, you know, planning to help out the colonel. that might just be that, actually. You know, case of 2 different stalkers in the mail. I suspect at least some are from citizens of Grancel, but the rest I cannot be sure on. People want Colonel Richard freed?
No less than expected of the man who once strove to be my rival. His popularity endures, even after his capture and shaming.
The Colonel was very skilled and competent, and everyone knows that. It isn't unusual at all to see people regret losing him.
I would personally bet on those letters not being related to our little threat.
Hey, Zin's the smart guy. He's getting it. Good guy, Zin.
Requesting something of the royal hand is one thing. Trying to force it to do something is a whole different thing altogether.
Well, still, even knowing the letters exist helps. Oh, one more thing, Hilda. I wanted to ask about something else. Estelle asked Hilda about the Hayworths. Harold Hayworth, a trader from Crossbell. Yes, I remember him. Say what? Ooh, I didn't think we'd get any good leads so soon, but here we are. Is he an acquaintance of yours, Hilda? Not as such. He asked for a tour of the castle interior a few days ago. I happened to be otherwise unoccupied, so I showed him about. His wife and daughter were with him as well. Really? Hey!
Alas, this provides us with little clue as to where the Hayworths may have gone.
Yes, my apologies. There was something that bothered me, however. What would that be? Their child greatly enjoyed the tour. However, her parents felt as though they were barely even present throughout the entire thing. They seemed even-tempered and normal enough when they spoke to me. But when combined with your story, I wonder if they were under strain.
Not able to pay attention after coming to see a place as a tourist. Sounds like something was on their minds, all right.
Yes, it seems likely they were in some kind of trouble even then.
Huh, this may give us a clue as to where they went.
Thank you very much, Hilda. I think this gave us some good leads. I'm glad I could be of help. Oh, Princess. You'll be staying here in the castle tonight, I trust. And if your friends lack accommodations... Huh? I had intended to stay here while in Grancel, yes, but, you know. Well, how about it, everyone?
I believe they will want me to remain at the Erebonian embassy this eve. I do appreciate the offer, however. Yeah, and I've got what's basically a permanent room at the Calvardian embassy. Thanks, but I think I'm gonna decline this time.
Yeah, I should probably ask Shara and Tita before committing to anything. We've got Ren, too.
That's true. It sounds like she loves the castle.
I shall keep the rooms ready in case you wish to stay.
Thanks, Hilda. Thank you, Hilda.
Not at all. I must return to the maid quarters. Please, let me know if you need anything else. If you'll pardon me. Alright, gang, let's review what we learned. Okay, so we still need to meet with the Queen. She should be in her chambers, right?
Yes, I'd be surprised if she isn't.
Let us not keep her waiting, then.
Good stuff, good stuff, good stuff. Huh, then I guess you actually access the roof only from the east wing then. So I kind of did this by accident in, like, good order. Maybe in some level I kind of remembered the layout of the castle. That's also why I was like, hey, we can probably check the throne room off right away. Like, yeah, so, hey, good on me, eh? Yeah, not to toot my own horse too much, but... Did I say toot my own horse? What? You know what? Never mind. Anyway, the Hayworths being super distracted and not paying attention on the tour they were on. That's kind of leading a little bit of credence. It's still a lot of, oh, what's the word? Oh god, what's that word that lawyers use when you're just like kind of speculating and making up your own shit? Oh my god, I'm really my brain's too fuzzy today. I can't think of the right words. Conspunction? No. I can't remember the word. Speculation. I'll just say that, you know. Yeah, like it's all, you know, speculation on my part, but if those two are international spy assassin types, some real spy family shit, then, like, yeah, if they were maybe scoping out the castle or something doing here, which was not related to investigating, or, you know, not related to just being a tourist, you know, they probably would come off as rather distracted, yeah. Why, Your Highness Claudia, welcome home. Would you like something? I would be happy to prepare some tea. Dang it, I was hoping we'd actually get like some kind of like, here's a secret recipe for some extra food cooking stuff here in the Royal Lounge, but no such luck. Huh, well, this castle was actually a little bit quicker to explore than I remember / expected. Like, we're pretty good here, you know? I mean, I still got this rooftop to quickly run around, but I got a funny feeling there's actually not a lot of people up here. For whatever reason, they like to keep this castle roof rather unoccupied. But I'll have a quick run around. Nothing chronological looking around here, so still regarding that Bleu Blanc side quest, no leads here. Oh, there's some people, Royal Guardsmen. Very good. Why, Lady Claudia, if you're looking for Her Majesty the Queen, she's currently resting in her room. I'm gonna sneeze. Sorry about that, don't know where that came from. My bad. Please, blast through. Blast through? Man, I'm really out of it today. I'm so sorry, you guys. There's really weird shit today. Ah, well. Ew, I feel so rude skulking about the Queen's bedchamber. This isn't the residence of the old general, so I don't know why. I'm putting a lot of work to check that, but... So it goes. Now then! Now, okay. Do I remember correctly? Did we have... Is there like a balcony out here, and this is where we had the big fight against Lawrence? The one that I ate shit on? I still swear to this day, I probably could have taken that fight if I didn't have some really bad luck at the start. But that's the thing, right? You know, if I'm walking into a fight where I'm that dependent on luck, was it really, you know, was I really up to the fight, you know? Like, if like a little bit of bad luck will like ruin me. So I guess, you know, maybe I shouldn't go around being too much like, I could have taken it, I could have been a contender, maybe. I don't know.
Ah, you finally arrived.
Huh? Grandmother? Yeah, I remember this. This is where we fought Lawrence, or Le, I guess, you know. So, yeah, good memories. It was a pretty cool encounter, even if I did eat dirt on that one. Anyway, Zeke's here, yay. Scream! Sieg?
I see. Sieg was being thoughtful, wasn't he? Yes, he let me know you were coming. Welcome home, Claudia. And Estelle, you are always welcome so long as I remain queen. Your father explained everything not long after you left the train. It pains me to know you carry such a burden.
Ooh, I was doing a pretty good job of forgetting about the whole Joshua thing. I was so, like, focused on the mission we're doing, so, like, damn. Kind of wish the Queen didn't bring that one up, but so it goes. Oh. Thank you very much, Your Majesty. Still, I know what I gotta do. and Chloe's been a huge help. So, I'm okay. Don't worry. I see. Your soul has gained new steel since we last met, Estelle. Mr. Vathek and Mr. Lenheim. Both of you, of course, are also welcome in my home. Let us retire to my chambers. I shall have some tea prepared. Has she just been dramatically standing there this whole time, just waiting for us to, like, get a move on? Like, what's taking them so long? Are they exploring the entire castle? Are they crazy? Oh dear. I don't know.